What up, tribe? It's your girl Roshi, and I would like to welcome you to my podcast, The House of Cush, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about rootwork, conjure, tarot, culture, astrology, and a little bit of everything in between. To the new listeners, thank you guys for stopping through and checking me out. And to the OGs, you know I love you so. Thank y'all for engaging with my content. Now, speaking of engagement, don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. You never know who it can help. Now, you guys, today we are tapping in to the Saturn day Cush almanac, as well as a new moon in Capricorn. A little bit earlier today, it was in Sagittarius, and it has now shifted into the zodiac sign of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So what a day, like what a time to be alive in terms of tapping into this new moon energy. Now, if y'all were listening to me a little bit earlier this week, I kind of already started you off to give you some tips and guidance about what rituals you could do to prep for this new moon. And you know, you can check those out on Patreon under Tribe Talk as well. I got a ritual and some affirmations for y'all, okay, if you didn't already get a chance to check that out. But yes, so we're going to reiterate, and we're going to do a reading for today, and we're also going to just see the themes behind the transits and yeah, see what's up, okay? Because yeah, why not? Okay, so Capricorn, very giving, very serious, ruled by Saturn. Okay, this is a planet more so about discipline, structure, responsibility, and long-term results. Like I said earlier, I think it's very interesting that we are sitting in this potent new moon in Capricorn on a Saturday, which is ruled by Saturn. Now, typically what one might do on a Saturday is, again, they're going to be focused on endings, bindings. They're going to be focused on elevated ancestor and spirit work. You know, I had to add that elevated in there. And we are more focused in on healing from grief, healing from addictions, things of that nature. So whatever you picked up this previous season that did not work for you, now is the time for you to lay that shit down, okay? I gotta keep it player and put it out there for y'all. Put it down, let it go. And that's not the easiest thing to do, especially when there are scars, emotional scars of things that just have not healed, and it's easier said than done. So don't get me wrong, I know how it works, but today is a day to tap into that patience and wisdom. Also today we need to be focusing in on things like casting protective wards after you do your cleansing. Make sure y'all not cleaning at night. You don't want to clean and sweep out the luck and the good fortune. That is not something that we do. Today is also a good day for cord cutting, y'all, uncrossings, as well as removals. Now, all of these things are really vibing in what it means to tap into this Capricorn energy, right? Because Capricorn energy is not necessarily about a quick lick. It's about building something that is really going to stand the test of time. And you've been given a set amount of days over the previous 7 days to move through each zodiac energy that is allowing you to decrease, remove, uncross, like bind up your inner enemies, and really just focus in on the healing work that you need to do, right? So now that you freed yourself from those like constraints with that, what was it, a waning crescent in Sagittarius, now you can set the tone for what's next, right? Because tomorrow is also a solstice, winter solstice, and a Yule. So if you're into that, you can also tap in for that energy. So yeah, I feel like, you know, the spirits are kind of on our side. The universe is on our side if you're ready for evolution, if you're ready for change. And as this new moon cycle like shifts into this Capricorn energy, you know, everything that you value in terms of your long-term goals, your reputation, your leadership, your money, obviously is tied to your evolved hustler energy, your creative work, your physical work, right? Things that matter, things that definitely matter. Now, here's where I think that it's kind of neat that we're working through what we consider Yule, Winter Solstice, and the new moon. Okay, so in the first realm, when I put out this new moon in Capricorn energy earlier this week, I put up a simple like ritual, but there's also another ritual, y'all, that I put up yesterday. It should be up now, where I was talking about the 13 wishes of Yule. And that's kind of like, as we flow through this liminal space of being connected with our ancestors and our, our spirit team, right? You can now do that ritual too. So again, that is writing down 13 wishes, doing whatever you do in terms of your witchcraft, your woo-woo, your voodoo, your hoodoo, and you are folding them towards you and you're putting them in your bowl. I'm gonna say put them, if you guys have a money bowl in your house, I would sit them in my money bowl to charge as well. Like, again, as you clean today, you ready to refresh, activate your money bowls, activate your jars, redo old jars that you phased out of all that energy. I would put those 13 wishes inside of my money bowl and let them charge over the days that I am lighting them. So do the petitions today, and then every single day from tomorrow, not day, at night, from tomorrow on out, you're going to pick one up. You're not going to unfold it, and you're going to fire that boy up. You're going to light it up in a fire safe situation, and you're going to allow the spirits to do their job. Now, once you get to the 13th wish, right, petition, whatever you want to call it, at that point, you will then unfold it. I think this is going to occur around the 6th, the 5th or the 6th of the month. And what you'll do is you will then look at that one, and that's the one that you have to do. So again, faith without works is dead. If you listen to the private podcast yesterday, I already kind of told y'all about this, but I'm gonna share these with my public subscribers as well. But I did, in the private realm, put a ritual that was Rootwork and Conjure coded, because gotta add a little extra je ne sais quoi to the team. But if you are involved in any folklore type of work, you already know about this. So I just put our little spin to it. Okay, had to put our little spin to it. Now, and let me add also, y'all, to that, if you are a subscriber to like the free tier of my Patreon, you guys get access to the podcast first. Okay? I just want to throw that out there. Like, you guys get to listen first. A little love. I'm restructuring. I've been telling y'all that. So I'm like, what can we do to refine what we already got going on? And that was one of the things, like, But yeah, okay. So back to the lecture at hand, y'all know. The ADHD be ADHDing. So when you think of like moon cycles and new moon energies, like from a manifestation perspective, right? New moons are really where you kind of chart out the territory for the next, what is it? Is it 28 days cycle? Where you kind of chart that out, okay? And during each moon phase cycle, you are able to bring in certain energies. So new moon is what? Creation, manifesting, scribing, which is you scripting and writing. So that 13 Yule's wishes, that's gonna hit hard. It's just, it all, like, I think spirit is just interesting. Like, not funny, haha, but like funny, ironic in that type of way. Like, what better time, right? Now, whether you believe that the new year occurs on January 1st or in the spring, that's neither here nor there. Like I said, I feel like you get about 3 for real. You get the first for the Gregorian calendar, and it's a lot of energy behind that particular like day. So even if you don't like consider yourself using that, the energy behind that is still worth doing whatever workings you might feel will benefit you. Now when the spring comes, obviously you should be doing something then, because that's like the equinox. So it's working with your seasons and working with your, what is it, solar return, which is your birthday. I think those are like very definitive times for you to be setting goals and like reinventing yourself, or you know what I mean, coming into alignment. So don't try to look at it like from a one way perspective. You get a few times, at least 3 or more, because if you count all the seasons, you get a couple times to kind of set yourself up, right? And then you got the specific moons, which are the new moon and the full moon. Those are the most powerful ones. Now, I feel like when you get to working with the moon phases, y'all, between those moons, like between the new moon, which is your waxing phases, and the full moons, like to me, these are like goalposts or like checkpoints, right? And once you get to these specific checkpoints, right, you are like focused in on your main goal list. Like, okay, for the forecast for the year, this is the main goal. So I feel like right now with this Capricorn energy, 13 wishes, etc., etc. Okay, like boom, this my main shit. This the main team. This, and then 12 months, then 13th, right? Which is spirit. The 13th goes. That's so funny. Anyway, all right, it's giving fifth element energy. But like, yeah, so 1 month, 2 month, 3, like, but how are you going to achieve that, and what's getting in your way during these specific cycles, what you need to pull in, what you need to let go of. So it's like, it's giving, and it, to me, I love it, like, because you just get a chance to do what needs to be done. You don't have to raw dog life like fucking ever. And once you kind of pick up on that, it's a very freeing feeling, because you truly do decide. And once you decide and start to like move with that energy, nothing can stand in your way but you. Okay, nothing stand in your way but you. Period, point to the blank. So tomorrow also the sun enters Capricorn, and I'm gonna double back tomorrow too, y'all. So y'all got 3 for 1 special for real. But I'm gonna double back tomorrow, because obviously we got a lot going on energetically in the astros tomorrow too. So let's get to it now. From now to the 31st, there is going to be an energy of waxing. So what, again, do that 13, do your manifestation. If you don't subscribe to Yule, you don't subscribe to folklore, rituals, kind of just remix it. That's why I did the Rootwork and Conjure version, because I was like, okay, we could benefit off of that, because during the waxing moon, what are you doing? You're calling in things. Now, this isn't a season for you to necessarily be working down to the bone, but it's a season of preparation, of shedding, of putting the intentions there and doing mostly like the inner work. So there's a lot of shadow work that is to be done while you're calling in these manifestations. But yeah, those 2026 income goals, those long-term business success goals, and any high-end clientele attraction, which is very much given Capricorn. Capricorn is about that point. So what better way to get that done? But before you get to lighting y'all candles today and doing all that work, make sure you are cleaning off your altars. Make sure you're cleaning your space, cleaning yourself, spiritually, like journaling, affirmations, whatever it is that you need to do to make sure you're creating space for those like things to come through. So that's why I say, if you got any old jars, any old wards, anything that has like, maybe you did work recently, don't be focused on that stuff. You might just want to activate them. You might want to talk to them, love on them a little bit. But like jars and shit that you did months and years ago, go ahead and get that up out the way. Go ahead and move it to the side, clean it out. Because maybe you got some new things you want to do. Like, how we do. We have lots of projects, lots of ideas, reinventing oneself, reinventing your business. So give yourself space to do that on a spiritual level as well. Now, we got some new offerings, okay? Put the love into that. All teams, okay? Let me see. What else? What we got going on with the transits before we get into this reading? Yeah, I think it's like the perfect thing. And if you think about like what animal is Capricorn? The goat. What do goats be doing? They also climb up hills. They're very patient. Like I pulled and I got like the 10 of sticks, 10 of wands in the traditional deck. I got that. So it's like staying ready so you don't have to get ready type energy. Having the tenacity to really just have your way out here. You know, you kind of already know what's coming. You're not necessarily, you can't control everything, but for the things that you can, facilitate, don't leave those things up to chance. Like, don't do it. Okay. So what we got going on today? Obviously, we're still retrograding, so we'll get into that. Y'all know retrograde is reviewing, slowing down, taking time. This is the perfect season for that as we get ready to go into winter solstice, okay? Now, Sun in Sagittarius today is Canu's Uranus and Taurus at 0 degrees. We've got the Sun in Sagittarius also squaring Neptune in Pisces at 0 degrees. Now, Uranus is still retrograding, so there is kind of a review of maybe how much work you put in to give yourself a long-term advantage. And does this shit, like, do you truly enjoy it? Does it sustain your life? Does it bring you pleasure? Does it support what you're doing? Think about it that way. Now, Venus is it still in Sagittarius? Yes, it is. Sagittarius got a couple of good little placements going on right now. Venus and Sagittarius are also squaring Saturn in Pisces right now. And that energy is it's at 0 degrees, so there's a hostility there. Yesterday I spoke about the fact that you kind of you can be too willy-nilly too all over the place, and in order for you to support these dreams, in order for you to have these like things that you are desiring come into reality, you actually got to do the work. You actually got to focus in. And there's also a lot of spiritual work that is being called to the forefront as well. So there's a few things for you to work on there. Areas of opportunity. Those energies are squaring because, as you know, Pisces and Sagittarius is about being free, doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of not always looking towards the details of things in a structured way. You'd rather take a nap. You'd rather go on an adventure. You'd rather do, you got all these talents, these gifts, and these abilities, but you have no plan for them. You know what I'm saying? You have no funnel. So create that funnel. And that's hard to do, especially like throwing things up against the wall, trying to see like what's going to stick and what's not going to stick. And I just felt like be honest with yourself is the best point. Like, and when I say be honest, what works, what you willing to do, what truly, like, are you into this for the aesthetic, or are you into this because it really calls to your spirit? Okay, it's calling to your spirit, but is it calling to your spirit in a way where it's like, purpose driven, or is it more just bringing you joy and a hobby? Like, you had several things to kind of work through when it comes to that, right? So, do what needs to be done. Now, let me see. That's funny. Commitment. That's funny that popped up as soon as I was saying that. Yeah, like committing to things, being structured. I was just saying that. That's so funny. Okay. Confirmation from spirit. For real, for real. Okay. Lilith in Scorpio is trining Neptune in Pisces at 0 degrees. So there's obviously a lot of shadow work being done here. A lot of really facing yourself when it comes to any illusions that may have you cast when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to your childhood, when it comes to creativity. And then you got that strong backup coming from Chiron in Aries, which is retrograding and squaring Jupiter in Cancer. So that was a retrograded too. So it's like a lot of work is being done in the home, with the mother, with the foundation, like the things that you care about or that you've ingrained, that shit's really showing up on a massive level. And you got to kind of, you may be in a season of not necessarily like letting those things dictate your healing journey, or like what you are here to do. Yeah, with Chiron being like your deepest, darkest, like, ooh, and it's a mind thing too. So a lot of ideologies are being questioned, like, questioning your parents, questioning your upbringing, questioning, how you take care of yourself, questioning your emotions, the lies and the illusions, even that you place for yourself. Like, a lot of that is being brought up to the forefront. So I just feel like spirits like deal with it so you can move on. Deal with it in a way. Like, I did a reading yesterday and I talked 1001 on timestamp. I talked about how, we are being kind of positioned to, ooh, damn, why I just lost that thought? Okay, spirit said let that shit go. That was yesterday. Okay, never mind then. It'll come back to me if it's meant. Fuck it. Okay, let's open these roads. Y'all heard my little bell? Okay, then. Spirit was like, let that shit go, okay? If it's meant to come back, it'll come back. Like, clearly, I lost that damn thought immediately. Like, boom. Okay. I lost that thought immediately. You know what? The vision I'm getting in my brain. Okay, first of all, let me open these roads. Thank you, Spirit, for opening the roads for me on behalf of the tribe. Thank you so much for covering and protecting us as we go on this journey. Thank you so much for the gift. I don't abuse the gift. I honor it. I appreciate it. I love it. I respect it. Okay. The message I'm getting today is, are you still down? Y'all remember that song by John B. and Tupac? Are you still down? Like, the energies are wanting to know, are you willing? Are you able? Do you got that dog in you to go against society's constructs, to go against the family, to go against, the grain? Like, are you still down? Baby. Are you willing to go the distance to have what you want? Are you willing to put in the work? And rest is also work, and also what will you do when no one's there clapping? Because this is a darker season for us as we kind of step back and refine ourselves so that we can call in what we want. Like, a lot of attraction in manifesting is also, outside of the work, is also like you being able to be open to receive. So that's for somebody, okay? Ooh. Now, let me get these cards out. Are you still down? That's what your spirits want to know. Are you with us when it's good? When the sun is out? And are you also with us in the shadows? Are you there at all in all seasons? And they say that about relationships in general. Some people only want to be around when she is, flashy and great and amazing. And, but then you also have some people that, are they sticking it out for the long haul as you evolve? I think nothing's wrong with going through a season, but of like shadows. But then it's also like, are you doing the work? I think that comes up for question a lot. We got the 9 of Knives in reverse for the past, to the Tower, the big house for the present, to the 10 of Pentacles for the collective, and to the 4 of Sticks in the upright, and the Magician here, Gemini. So yeah, baby, are you still down? Power, real power. I getting a download too that, we had a lot of people, especially in our community, and I say Afro-Indigenous, African-American, I don't know how y'all do things on y'all side of the road, my sisters and misters from another mister, but on our side of the road, sometimes we exist in a very, like, I gotta see it on you before I believe that you are that. And a lot of times that's not real. Okay? Some shit is just for pomp and circumstance. Some people thrive off that type of energy. I just keep getting that. Are you still down? Are you still down with me? If I didn't feel like I get flagged out, please. So Spirit is saying you realize something. 9 of Knives in reverse to the 6 of Sticks in reverse. You realize if you don't change your frame of mind, you will continue to feel like a failure. I was going somewhere with that statement about people like only honoring you when you show up in a pomp and circumstance type of way. And like true power, real power, like you hear people say, I could do much more with a glass of water than somebody with the most flashiest altar. Somebody could do more work with a prayer or affirmation than all the oils, all the herbs. Like true power is made from chaos. And what is chaos? Chaos is nothing. Black darkness, the womb, from nothing, right? That's real power. So when people get to questioning like, oh, you don't got this or you don't got that, so how can you do da? To me, I often wonder, do they know what real power is? Like, do you know how much strength that it takes? Like, obviously, the tools that we use, they bring forth the energy that they do. The true magician does know this, right? The true alchemist does know this. But their real deal is that motherfucker that can bring that shit out of thin air. Like, chaos, beautiful chaos. I got that tattooed on my foot, y'all. Yeah. So they want to know, like, are you still down? Like, even in the dark, even in the chaos of it all, like, are you still down? And if you don't change your way of thinking from the past and places and spaces where you feel like I should be able to harvest, that you're going to continue to feel like a failure. This is a space where you haven't been able to heal. Ace of Baskets in reverse. And they need you to, 5 of Knives in reverse. They need you to realize that you were lied to. There was blatant lies told to you, possibly by society. I got 5, 6. Y'all remember the other day I was like 6, 7? If y'all listen to the private podcast, and I've been saying for the longest I was gonna tap into that energy, like a liminal space. 5, 6 though, like you have decreased. You gotta decrease the acknowledgement of motherfuckers that don't know your struggle. They don't know your life. They don't know your true power. And nobody is supposed to know every fucking thing, okay? But they want to keep you in this state of mind to keep you minimized, right? Keeping you emotional. I'm 5, 6, 4, 4, 5, 6. 4 baskets in reverse. Keeping you stagnant here. This is something that you should, there could be a Sagittarius involved, but I'm also hearing Spirit is saying they want you to lead this shit in Sagittarius season and deal in you make reality. You decide what reality is for you, right? In terms of like you manifesting, and you like everything that we've ever dealt with is a fucking thought. Everything you see in front of you is like on some energetic particles. It was a thought before it was a thing. Like, okay, you understand what I'm saying? Like, does it make sense? But they want you to leave that shit in Sagittarius season, right? Leave it. If this is not a literal person, again, like I said, this is Sagittarius season. Leave that shit there. Right now, you could feel like a tower is going on. And this could involve a Father of Coins or a King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles could be going through a tower where people are separating themselves from them. 3 of Baskets in reverse. The party is over. The camaraderie is done. And this is being done on purpose to this individual. 1010 on the timestamp. Presently, this is on purpose. This is manufactured because somebody needs to change the way that they think, they speak, they do things. It needs to change. And it starts with the thought, with the mind frame. And somebody may feel like they are losing out on stability or losing out on control here. Lots of delusions of grandeur is also what I heard. Somebody feels out of control emotionally here. And this is going to be the way it is. Somebody could have believed, Oh, I'm seeing like, okay, this is the type of energy that feels like if they don't have control over you, you're not loyal. Like they think total submission is loyalty, right? This is truly how they think, and they've been this way since they were young. I got the Son of Baskets here. Like, if this is you, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? You think that having control even over your spirits, over the plan has to be. And if it doesn't go that way, then this is a lack of loyalty, you know? Are you still down? Damn, they right about that shit. So there is a history here with you and this energy, or it could either be a physical relationship or just a spiritual relationship that's followed you over the generations, right? This is real. And the Ace of Knives is concluding it. I'm gonna leave it exactly where it is. The truth is, you were meant for this space. You were meant for this time. You was meant for this relationship. You was meant for this partnership. Those things had to happen for you to become who you are, for you to truly also know your power. I believe that each of you, if this is a person, you guys are going through things that are being triggers to elevate you. Like, you were supposed to trigger each other. You are brought in people's lives to trigger, and now you've triggered each other. Take where it resonates. There's going to be a new start. There's going to be a new beginning. There's going to be planting. There's this planting season here. That's wild. That's wild. I'm going to leave that where it's said. The truth is, are you still down? Ooh. I'm going to listen to that when I get off of here. Somebody's facing the truth. This is legacy. This is a decision made by the ancestors. Damn. It's a certain amount of power that comes with this, which is why people felt threatened. Either, like I say, if it's not a physical person, this is a spiritual relationship where it's like, of course they're going to try to detach you. Of course they're going to try to separate you from your spirits. Of course, because there's a certain level of power that comes with that, right? Take where it resonates. Now, this is a business move on y'all. Like, I remember they was calling like what even the men were calling what Young Thug was doing to Mariah the Scientist as an act of war, right? And I thought that was very interesting, hearing that from a male perspective. But you've got the energy of people that are forgetting, like, even divine. I saw somebody in someone's comments earlier was like, spiritual, they're married to their spiritual spouse, right? So they're married to a spirit. And again, take this where it resonates. But this divine contract is a contract. Marriage is a contract. This union is a contract. And somebody just, they ain't want to see that shit happen. And it's like, maybe you accepted the contract first and now somebody's playing catch up. I got the 4 of Sticks to the Father basket. Somebody definitely is feeling like this is a wise decision. In the past, maybe someone didn't reach a goal. That's why, and I called it a contract, and the 8 of Pentacles came out, but it came out in the reverse. So I'm on the right path. Like, maybe at first there was a blurry line, but now it's like they know for sure. Ace of Knives, like, you know, they know, everybody knows, right? It's like, boom. Oh, this is how shit is supposed to be working. Because the 8 of Coins is in reverse. This has slowed down some sort of progress, some sort of like money, some sort of stability here with that Pentacles energy. And this breakdown, 3 of Knives in the upright, is what caused this. They know. The spirits know. The physical people know. With Capricorn energy, baby, long-term shit. This is grown folk business. This grown folk business. Tell me about the Black Hermit. 9 of coins. What I just... It's grown for business now. These ain't no little dog. The big dog shit. And I feel like, yay, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, it's like you were supposed to overstand your power before you could get to that point. They went from a 1 to a 9. This is a, yeah, I'm seeing, like, y'all know that God that had a big ass hammer and only he could pick the hammer up. I don't know what God that is right now. I was watching American Gods and I was getting lots of downloads. But it's a God that Odin be with and they friends. And he the only one can pick up that big ass hammer. I forget. But that's what it's giving. Your power together is what brings the stability and the protection and the excess that you need, the lifestyle that you're looking for. Somebody tried to stop these people. Hell, even y'all tried to stop it. Your own insecurities, your shadows stopped it. That's crazy. Wow. Like, shit, I'm finna say some shit you might not want to hear. Like, you ain't. And I get it all the time, bro. Oh my God. That's why I be like, if it's a size 10 and you in a size 7, then that shit gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be weird. But take it where it resonates, because you ain't gonna want to hear this. In the show, and if you listen to the podcast yesterday, I mentioned this, right? Bella Quist finds out at the end of the show that from her ancestors, right? She goes on this spiritual vibe and she starts talking to the ancestors, and what they're telling her is, without the yin to the yang, the Osiris to the Oset, aka Isis, there can be no real help with this spiritual war that we're doing, right? So that masculine and feminine energy has to be balanced out. And I don't know what happens after that, but I know that Shadow Moon convinces himself that he has to sacrifice to become this god, but he's already a god. But he feel like he got to sacrifice and walk in Odin's shoes, but he's already a god. It's a burden that he's carrying. 10 of wands, 10 of pentacles. Ooh, this is going an interesting way. It's a contract, though. Marriage is a contract. Spiritual marriage, physical marriage, unions, children, business part. Like, it's a contract. Whether we like to see it like that or not, obviously we want that fa la la la, but shit, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It ain't what you say it is in that retrospect. Nah, they throwing their foot down with that one. Somebody is in regret because there's someone that went along with some sort of action here. Somebody could have thought they had the power to manipulate a situation, and now they're battling because someone's walked away. Somebody turned their back. Who it be? Ooh. Let me see what the guides are saying. So, somebody could have made a decision trying to get ahead. And now there's a cycle from the past that has remained open. Because now, I see a lot of sequence, like the build up. Let the beat build. Somebody's trying to make progress. Somebody could be trying to come towards you to keep a cycle open, and they're just waiting for the perfect opportunity. They're waiting for the perfect opportunity, but there's a King of Swords in reverse here that is going through a tower. Air sign, masculine, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Somebody manipulated their way into a fucking tower. Quite cold energy. You could be this Queen of Pentacles. They wanted to see you in a tower. They wanted to see you in a tower because you were blessed and highly favored. You were the blessing all along. This person manipulated this individual. What's the present? So now you got someone. I got that four of swords. I mean, not four of swords. Four of wands again. Now you got somebody that they're trying to build a new life. And there's some information that's coming out about a high priestess in reverse and an emperor in reverse. So there's Taurus and Aries. Yeah, somebody's exposing some information. They knew something about this couple. It's a karmic couple too, or a karmic partnership. And these people thought that they could manipulate the situation, more so on a spiritual level here, to try to get ahead quickly. And now it's in the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, because they continue to do something here, Cancer. They continue to try to bend reality, Queen of Swords in reverse, so that this masculine would take action or make a choice here. And it caused this person to do something that was unjustified, Libra, because justice in reverse. It's like they was like, make a choice. And they made this person choose, right? Or you know, take away resonates. Like, choose your family, choose us. You know, you should be loyal to us just because. Like, no real rhyme or reason. And, like, they bent reality. They manipulated the situation. Yeah, somebody could have. They took this action and that was unjustified because of their family legacy. That's what they thought they were preserving. Now you got someone fighting here. I've got the Seven of Wands. Confirmation verb. They're fighting because they are not reaching their goal. They're not reaching their goal. As I just saw the vision of someone like playing a Mario game. You remember how, like, when the Mario game, you used to have to jump on them little circular things across, and if you fell in, you didn't land in the right spot, they fall in a hole. It's like this how this person is going through. Things are very off balance. Somebody's priorities are all out of whack, and this is why they're not getting this Ace of Pentacles here. So now you've got, the thing is, Strength and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, there's a Leo energy here that they could have been quite confident that this person will reach this goal of being this Hierophant here, Taurus here. But this person seems to have taken some actions recently, and now they feel burdened. Like, they got that Ten of Wands again. Like, they burdened because instead of following their own destiny, and this could be you, take where it resonates, they instead of following your own destiny, your own purpose, you focused on, like, everybody else. Like, you carrying the weight of everybody else's decisions, everybody actions, everybody, like, let me get y'all across the finish line. Muddy waters. Yeah, this is an illusion. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so this is an illusion. This is a theft of destiny. A theft, like, they don't realize, or you don't realize, that by you carrying these burdens of these other people, like, you feel like you willing to do whatever. And it's like, no, this supposed to be about you. That's why when they talk about that 13 wishes of Yule, they say those 13 wishes supposed to be about you, not nobody else. Not you talking about world peace and everything. No. Those 13 wishes are supposed to be about you. Ain't nothing wrong with being a little selfish sometimes. And as soon as I said that, the Six of Pentacles and the upright came out. Yeah, they created the illusion that, you know, this person had to steal this energy. They use you as a scapegoat, so you can, like, this how you help them. You supposed to help them, right? Confirmation. This person couldn't have basically not even realized what was going on. Yeah, I got the Star card in reverse to the Hangman in reverse. They didn't even want to see themselves as a martyr. You didn't want to see yourselves as a martyr. This person didn't want to see themselves as a martyr. Somebody was afraid of something. Somebody's afraid of you. Afraid of your intuition. Afraid of their emotions. Somebody could be afraid of following their dreams. And now there's some sense of worry here about a partnership. Again, I'm picking up on it could be your spirits or a literal person. You're afraid to accept this partnership, accept this offer. Four of Cups as well. Lovers. Yeah. So if you accept, it's your mission if you choose to accept it, right? It involves like you walking away. When I see this Six of Swords energy here, it's like the only people on this boat is the man. It doesn't say it's a woman because this person, if you know what the Six of Swords looks like, it's, you can see it's clearly a child, right? But the person, it doesn't have a gender, okay? It's man, woman, child. But somebody's being forced to walk away from a situation here. And it could involve a lover. Yeah, they having a hard time making peace with the fact that this new level is going to cause separation. And you got to pick up yourself and walk away. Yeah, so now you've got someone could be telling someone that maybe offering someone a job, offering someone some sort of opportunity to keep them around, so they won't engage in this battle here. This could be this Cancer energy here. They're trying to create this illusion that this is not, the family is not fighting for this attachment. It's a lot of ego shit. And a lot of times, like, people hate that idea of like chosen. But everybody is not meant to be the leader. Everybody's not meant to be the change maker for whatever reason, right? And I saw this thing where it was like, we don't have so many like Martins and so many Malcolm X's and so many like whoever the change maker, the speaker, because everybody, you know what they say, no child left behind type shit. Like everybody think they supposed to be the main person. Like you gave everybody a gold star. Like, and I'm putting that in a retrospect of like, even in families, like every family, all the people not meant to be the main person. And this energy is having a hard time because they want to take everybody with them. You want to take everybody with you. And then you got the people that are working against you, making you feel like, okay, they feel like inside they want to be the leader. So then it's a tale as old as time, just to get down to it. Yeah, so Three of Swords in reverse. Somebody is definitely trying to heal a situation and come towards you, or maybe they need to heal the situation by making a definitive decision in the real world. Like, you got to get up out of the illusion, right? And they're creating a lot of conflict. There's a lot of fighting here. This person could be fighting to get away from these people, fighting to get out of this state of mind, this King of Pentacles. Yeah, and he coming up. And I'm saying he because I see King, but obviously that's a gender thing, right? We don't operate on gender, we operate on spirit. But I'm saying he because hell, I got the Father of Coins to the King of Pentacles. So hey, this might be a man. This person, they are the star. They're the Beyonce of the family. You're the Beyonce of the family. I hate to say that. And everybody got their thing, but you know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Okay. People don't like to hear that. Because like I said, Dick Cheney with his No Child Left Behind shit. George Bush with whoever came up with the No Child Left Behind. Everybody's a star, in their own right though. That's the part they left out. But yeah, there is some sort of baneful magic being done on this King of Pentacles here. Gemini could be significant to keep them in this state of feeling stupid or about their feelings. Keep them in this infantile state so that they walk away. Someone did this. And now this person seems to want to apologize and put in the work. Because this group, they've separated. They're being encouraged to separate from this group, their family and their friends. This needs to be the decision that's being made. Judgment is being called here. That someone's being left out in the cold, or leaving a Queen of Wands out in the cold here. Because there's some information coming out about some sort of money. Somebody could be trying to control the foundation, control the money. Somebody's not able to reach their goals. So now they got into this thinking that they'd be able to live this life of delusions of grandeur, temperance in reverse, death in reverse. And now someone's seeing shit for what it is when it comes to this empress. This empress was the person that they were supposed to succeed with. 6 of Wands, empress energy. Yeah, and now they're in regret. Because the King of Cups told them not to take this leap of faith because they figured they could fix this situation by taking away all these person's options and opportunities and attaching them to some sort of betrayal. They were betrayed by whoever this person was. Definitely was lied to. So they got a Judas in their camp. You got a Judas, they've got a Judas. They've got a Judas in their camp. Wow. Now you sitting up in this 10 of Pentacles and this courting and this Ace of Knives. So you good either way. Either way the coin flip. As long as you stay true to you, you good. Long term type shit. Long money type shit. Like you good. But there is a sense of stubbornness that's going on. And I don't do a lot of like fluffy, lovey type of readings. But when it comes to that soul deep rebirth transformation, there is a lower moon and a shadow moon out there. There is an Osiris and an Oset out there. And somebody just felt like, I don't know, like too many chiefs. What is too many Indians, not enough chiefs? And I say that quite often because everybody want to be the boss until it's time to make boss decisions. But this person has a people around them, or you, right, inflated sense of ego, but somebody has to like check in and make the fucking decisions, and all the time that's not gonna be a decision that everybody gonna agree with. Everybody not gonna agree when you put your foot down. When I think of coins and pentacles, I think of long-term decisions, like putting your foot down, deciding, like, hey, and all the time you're not gonna please everybody. And like this is a real people-pleasing type of energy that spirit is saying you need to step out of. This is a mind frame you or your counterpart needs to step out of in order for you to achieve this power of this Nine of Pentacles. And I remember in the show when Bellicus was talking to the old woman, right? And this was a Afro-Indigenous woman, you know, Queen of Sheba. She was talking to an elder, and she was like, yeah, it's your job to show Shadow that this is not a journey that he's supposed to be making on his own. Like, you don't go on this journey on your own. You don't. But there's a lot of interfering parties, obviously, to make sure that doesn't happen. Because when you have a masculine energy, that's in the 3D realm, right? The person is protecting you in the 3D realm. And when you have a feminine energy, this feminine energy is protecting you in the spiritual realm. That's for somebody. But somebody's energy is bad or it's low and they're losing their strength because the relationship that they're in, Libra, could be significant, is off balance. They're in a relationship they shouldn't be in, and they may not want to receive this information, but this person's not getting any rest. Whoever that Taurus is, provide came out of verse, and that on that card, if y'all could see me right now, the sign of Taurus is on that card. Libra, Taurus, they in some shit they shouldn't be in. Aquarius. And now the information's coming to the surface that this person didn't follow their instincts. They were quite confident about what they were going to do in the beginning, but now someone seems to be afraid. Somebody's afraid of what their friends and family is going to think, right? If they fuck with you, right? And their friends could have even told them, don't come after you, don't let that shit go. Sagittarius could be significant, but whoever they are, this Sagittarius or Sagittarius season, somebody destroyed right now. Wow. Somebody only remembers the chaos and destroy. Somebody could have played a lot of games. We getting to the end. I'm gonna keep my team brief. confirmation, but when something is meant to be great. Like, okay, obviously sometimes people say when you take the path of least resistance, because a lot of times when you do things and it's a lot of like irritating energy, then that means you ain't supposed to do it. But it's also a flip side to that shit. Sometimes when you got a lot of people going against some shit, or you know what I'm saying, sometimes that be the thing you supposed to do. So I don't know, take where it resonates. But I feel like when it's time to put in that work, like that Capricorn energy, that Taurus energy, that Virgo energy, sometimes the resistance is coming because hard good things take time. But somewhere, somebody got jealous, somebody got in their feelings, and they realized this, and they try to steer you away. Somebody does feel stupid for playing games. Capricorn season could be significant Capricorn, because now, they can't deal with the loss. They've lost something, and they're no longer inspired. They're no longer inspired to collaborate and do the work. This could be you. Yeah, somebody's lost their power as you've grown, because you've been determined to evolve, and because you saw blessings on the other side, and this person didn't believe in what you were doing, and this brought a lot of discontent here, and this person could have been quite nasty, because again, everything was not revealed to them in one scope. See, this is a person, like I said, you gotta have that, I just heard, put that shit on. So it's like, you ain't got it on you, I don't believe it. You ain't showing me glitz and glam, I don't believe you. But spirit kept you hidden for a reason. This person didn't trust that you would be able to take care of them, or that you cared for them, or that you actually loved them. This person could have been, but now they're sick and they need your protection, because their life is at stake here. Then somebody has bad intentions, and this person is losing patience, because they can only adapt when they have a mask on. They got a mask on right now. They've been tricked. They've been tricked. Somebody's secret is out, that they've been being consumed, because this person, somebody's consumed with someone not transforming, and it's being revealed that they need to free themselves from this, but they don't have the courage to defend themselves. Ooh, this is great. Well, damn. Okay then. That's what it is, y'all, and that's what it's gonna be. You gotta have the courage to move forward and evolve. But this contract, this long-standing energy, this contract, the deal that you made, because I was hearing that yesterday. Don't forget the deal you made. There's a deal that was made when you came to this earth, and like they say, you might be like, damn, why am I going through this, etc., etc. But you made a deal, and it has to be, the contract has to be fulfilled. It's not fulfilled yet. I was picking up on it yesterday. It's not over just because you say it's over. Somebody now wants to speak. Yeah, somebody knows that they in this shit for the long haul. Sun and Eyes, Chariot, Daughter of Coins. Come towards you to fulfill this. This shit ain't over. The Garden card in reverse. It's not over. Damn. I'm going to leave that way it said, y'all. If you're looking for your forecast, first of all, let me close this out. I'm going to get more in tune. I'm going to close this out, okay? All right, y'all. That's it. If you need a more detailed reading, you want your forecast for the season or for the 2026 vibes, click the link in my bio and go ahead and book you a reading. If you're in need of a ritual, etc., I'm your girl. Maybe I'm your girl. We got to do a consultation first, right? Okay. But yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all for checking me out, indulging with me today. And, we're going to chat soon. Soon is tomorrow for the Winter Solstice. And if you need those resources, that community, click the link in my bio and join my Patreon. Okay, y'all? But y'all know we're going to chat soon. Tell me, what's up? How y'all been doing? Let's chat in the comments. Okay, bye. Have a good day.